The scrap that changed everything. The Vorthak delegation's shuttle landed on Earth with all the ceremony of a garbage truck making its rounds. Ambassador HFY emerged from the vessel, his 6 arms carrying what appeared to be a collection of dented metal cylinders, each about the size of a coffee can, and covered in alien script that looked like someone had sneezed on a keyboard. "Greetings, primitive humans," HFY announced with the kind of forced smile typically reserved for charity events. "The Galactic Council has decided to bestow upon your species these generous gifts." He gestured toward the cylinders with obvious disdain. "These are quantum energy cores, though we call them first-generation mining assistants in our language. They're completely obsolete by our standards, but they should prove adequate for your current technological development." Dr. Elena Vasquez, Earth's lead xenotechnology specialist, stepped forward to examine the devices. She ran her fingers over the smooth surfaces, noting the intricate patterns etched into the metal. Something about the ambassador's explanation didn't sit right with her scientific mind, but she maintained diplomatic composure. "We are honored by your generosity," she replied, though her tone suggested she was anything but honored. "These will certainly be educational." HFY's expression brightened with condescending satisfaction. "Excellent. Simply attach them to your most primitive power sources. They might boost your energy output by perhaps 2 or 3%. Perfect for a species that still uses combustion engines." He paused, clearly savoring his next words. "Of course, when you're ready to purchase real technology, the Galactic Council offers very reasonable credit terms." After the aliens departed, Dr. Vasquez retreated to her laboratory with the mysterious cylinders. She'd spent her entire career studying alien artifacts, and her instincts told her there was more to these devices than met the eye. 3 weeks of intensive analysis revealed the truth. These weren't primitive mining tools at all. They were quantum resonance amplifiers capable of exponentially increasing energy output through dimensional fold manipulation. The technology was centuries ahead of anything the Vorthak had previously shared with humanity. "They gave us their most advanced power source," she whispered to herself, staring at the readouts on her computer screen. "And they called it scrap." Her celebration was short-lived. Commander Jake Thompson burst into her lab, his face grim. "Elena, we've got problems. Long-range sensors are picking up a massive fleet heading straight for Earth. It's the Vorthak, and they're not coming for a friendly visit." The alien armada that emerged from hyperspace 3 days later was a testament to Vorthak military might. 50 vessels, each stretching over a kilometer in length, bristled with weapons that could glass a planet. Their leader, Admiral Crexmore, broadcast a message to Earth that dripped with arrogance. "Humans of Earth, your planet contains resources that the Galactic Council requires. You will surrender immediately and submit to harvesting protocols. Resistance is futile. Your primitive weapons cannot penetrate our shields." Commander Thompson stood in Earth's primary defense center, surrounded by technicians and officers who looked like they were attending their own funeral. Earth's fleet consisted of 12 ships, each smaller than a single Vorthak escort vessel. It should have been a massacre. But Dr. Vasquez had spent every waking moment since the discovery integrating the quantum cores into Earth's defense systems. She'd managed to install them in all 12 human ships, though she wasn't entirely certain what would happen when they activated. "All ships, this is Admiral Thompson," Jake announced, having been promoted in the face of imminent invasion. "Engage quantum enhancement protocols. Let's see what these primitive toys can really do." The transformation was immediate and spectacular. Human ships that had been struggling to maintain basic shielding suddenly blazed with energy signatures that made the Vorthak sensors scream warnings. Earth's weapons, previously capable of barely scratching alien armor, now fired beams of pure destruction that could cut through Vorthak hulls like paper. Admiral Crexmore's confident sneer faltered as the first human volley tore through his front line. "Impossible," he snarled. "They're using our own technology against us." The battle that followed lasted less than an hour. Human ships, supercharged by the quantum cores, danced around the lumbering Vorthak vessels like fighter jets circling cargo planes. Every shot from Earth's fleet found its mark, while the alien weapons seemed to pass harmlessly through the humans' enhanced shields. When the smoke cleared, 47 Vorthak ships had been reduced to drifting debris. The 3 survivors limped away at maximum speed, broadcasting desperate retreat signals. Ambassador HFY's face appeared on Earth's communication screens shortly after, his previous arrogance replaced by barely controlled panic. Commander Thompson, there seems to have been a misunderstanding. The Galactic Council wishes to renegotiate our previous agreements. Jake leaned back in his command chair, a satisfied smile spreading across his face. I'm sorry, Ambassador, but I'm afraid we're too primitive to understand complex negotiations. Perhaps you could send us some more of those obsolete mining tools to help us think better? Dr. Vasquez watched the exchange from her laboratory, surrounded by the remaining quantum cores. The irony wasn't lost on her. The Vorthak had given humanity the keys to galactic power, while believing they were handing out charity to primitives. Their arrogance had blinded them to the true nature of their own technology. Within weeks, word of humanity's victory spread throughout the galaxy. Other alien races, previously dismissive of Earth, suddenly found themselves very interested in establishing diplomatic relations. The Galactic Council, faced with humanity's newfound military capability, extended an invitation for Earth to join as a full member, rather than a protectorate. As Dr. Vasquez worked to reverse engineer more quantum cores, she reflected on the day's events. The Vorthak had intended to keep humanity dependent and subservient by giving them just enough technology to be useful, but not enough to be threatening. Instead, they'd handed over the very tools that would elevate humanity to galactic prominence. Sometimes, she thought, the best way to help someone is to underestimate them completely. The galaxy had learned an important lesson about humanity that day. Never mistake ingenuity for ignorance, and never assume that gift-wrapped scrap can't change the course of history. The quantum cores hummed softly in their containment units, no longer the unwanted charity of a condescending alien empire, but the foundation of humanity's bright future among the stars.